Welcome back to ABC General Hospital Spoilers channel. Today we will learn about the explosive developments that are about to rock Port Charles over the next 3 weeks, where shocking revelations and heart-wrenching farewells will transform the lives of our beloved characters forever. Revolutionary returns rock Port Charles. The supernatural atmosphere engulfing Port Charles intensifies as mind-bending revelations emerge regarding characters previously believed to be deceased. Liesl Obrecht and Nina Reeves find themselves at the epicenter of an earth-shattering discovery that will fundamentally alter their understanding of reality when they encounter Nathan West, miraculously alive and breathing after years of mourning his tragic demise. The emotional tsunami that crashes over both women creates ripples throughout their carefully reconstructed lives, forcing them to confront the possibility that everything they believed about loss and grief was built upon devastating lies. Nina's world specifically crumbles as she grapples with the impossible sight of her deceased brother-in-law, whose presence resurrects buried trauma and unresolved emotions that have haunted her for years. Meanwhile, Liesl's maternal instincts clash violently with her scientific skepticism, creating an internal war between hope and disbelief that threatens to shatter her typically unshakable composure. The ramifications of Nathan's mysterious resurrection extend far beyond simple shock, potentially unraveling carefully woven webs of deception that have protected certain Port Charles residents for years. Britt's dangerous game unveiled. Britt Westburn's calculated composure when confronting Nathan's return speaks volumes about her involvement in orchestrating this supernatural deception. Her lack of genuine surprise suggests a deeper conspiracy, one that positions her as either a willing participant or the masterful architect behind Nathan's staged death and subsequent resurrection. The closely guarded secrets she harbors possess the destructive potential to obliterate multiple families simultaneously, particularly if her mysterious employer's identity finally surfaces. Speculation intensifies regarding whether Nathan serves as Britt's enigmatic boss, or if the notorious Caesar Faison orchestrates these elaborate machinations from the shadows. The intricate web of loyalty, blackmail, and survival that binds these characters together creates a powder keg of explosive revelations waiting to detonate. Britt's strategic positioning allows her to manipulate both sides of this dangerous equation, leveraging Nathan's return against unsuspecting Port Charles residents, while simultaneously protecting her own precarious position in this high-stakes game of deception. Anna's relentless pursuit of truth. Anna Devane's investigative instincts activate with laser-focused intensity as she methodically pieces together the impossible puzzle of multiple resurrections plaguing Port Charles. Her extensive experience with international espionage and criminal organizations provides her with unique insights into the sophisticated infrastructure required to stage such elaborate death hoaxes. The mounting evidence points toward a coordinated effort involving advanced medical technology, falsified death certificates, and extensive witness manipulation that could only be orchestrated by someone with unlimited resources and international connections. Anna's determination to uncover the truth regarding both Nathan and Caesar's mysterious returns threatens to expose a vast underground network of corruption that extends into the highest echelons of Port Charles society. Her investigation uncovers disturbing connections between seemingly unrelated incidents, revealing a pattern of strategic eliminations and resurrections designed to destabilize key power structures within the community. The dangerous path Anna treads could ultimately place her own life in jeopardy as she inches closer to identifying the puppet master controlling these supernatural events. Molly's unexpected romantic awakening. Molly Lansing Davis experiences an emotional transformation as she confides in her mother Alexis about developing unexpected romantic feelings for Cody Bell. This confession represents a significant departure from Molly's typically cautious approach to relationships, suggesting that Cody's rugged charm and mysterious past have penetrated her carefully constructed emotional barriers in ways that surprise even herself. The timing of this romantic revelation creates additional complications, as Molly's family obligations and professional aspiration clash with her growing desire to explore this unexpected connection. Alexis Davis finds herself in the challenging position of providing maternal guidance while respecting Molly's adult autonomy, particularly given her own complicated romantic history and recent legal troubles. The mother-daughter dynamic evolves as Molly seeks validation for emotions that feel both thrilling and terrifying, especially considering Cody's connections to the dangerous underbelly of Port Charles society. This budding romance threatens to complicate existing family alliances and create new vulnerabilities. that could be exploited by those seeking to manipulate the Davis family. Drew's desperate deception campaign. Drew Kane's moral deterioration reaches unprecedented depths as he orchestrates an elaborate frame job designed to implicate Michael Corinthos in his attempted murder. This calculated campaign of lies and manufactured evidence reveals the extent to which Drew's obsession with revenge has corrupted his once heroic character, transforming him into the very type of villain he once fought against with unwavering determination. His willingness to destroy an innocent man's life demonstrates that his thirst for vengeance has consumed whatever moral compass previously guided his decisions. The sophisticated nature of Drew's deception requires careful coordination with corrupt officials and the manipulation of physical evidence, suggesting that his transformation into a master manipulator has been years in the making. However, the protective circle surrounding Michael creates formidable obstacles to Drew's scheme, as loyal family members and friends recognize the inconsistencies in his fabricated narrative. Jason Morgan's vow to protect Michael adds another layer of danger to Drew's plans, potentially setting up a confrontation between brothers that could tear the Quartermaine family apart just as they prepare to mourn Monica's passing. Monica's sister creates Quartermaine chaos. Martin Gray's mysterious contact with Monica Quartermaine's long-lost sister introduces a new threat to the already fragile Quartermaine family dynamics. The timing of this sister's emergence, coinciding perfectly with Monica's death, raises suspicions about her motivations and suggests that her arrival may be more calculated than coincidental. Erica Slezak's character brings with her the potential to completely restructure the Quartermaine legacy, armed with legal claims that could challenge Tracy's position as family matriarch. The anticipated confrontation at Monica's memorial service threatens to transform a solemn farewell into a battleground for family supremacy. Tracy Quartermaine's characterization of this newcomer as an interloper reveals her immediate recognition of the threat posed to her carefully maintained control over family affairs. The sister's potential decision to contest the Quartermaine inheritance could trigger a legal war that exposes long-buried family secrets and forces surviving members to choose sides in a battle that honors neither Monica's memory nor family unity. Trina's family triangle intensifies. Trina Robinson's confrontation with Jordan Ashford regarding her relationship with Curtis creates additional tension within an already complicated family dynamic. Trina's desire for her parents to remain together conflicts with the growing evidence that Portia Robinson's connection with Isaiah Gannon represents more than casual friendship, creating a web of competing loyalties that threatens to tear apart the Robinson family unit. The emotional stakes escalate as Trina realizes that her intervention might inadvertently push her parents toward permanent separation. The discovery of Kai Taylor's fingerprints on the baseball bat found at Drew's home introduces a criminal element that could destroy Trina's budding romance before it fully develops. This physical evidence creates immediate danger for Kai, whose past mistakes now threaten to derail his attempts to build a legitimate future with Trina. The timing of this revelation forces Trina to choose between protecting someone she cares about and maintaining her family's reputation within Port Charles society, creating an impossible situation with no clear resolution. Jason's protective mission escalates. Jason Morgan's unwavering commitment to protecting Michael from Drew's false accusations represents more than simple family loyalty. It symbolizes his dedication to honoring the Quartermaine legacy that Monica helped build over decades. His promise to shield Michael from Drew's vendetta sets up an inevitable confrontation between two men whose shared history complicates their current antagonistic relationship. The approaching showdown threatens to divide the Quartermaine family at the precise moment when unity should take precedence over personal grievances. Jason's protective instincts extend beyond simple defense as he begins his own investigation into the circumstances surrounding Drew's alleged attack. This parallel investigation could uncover evidence that not only exonerates Michael, but also exposes the true perpetrator, potentially revealing connections to the broader conspiracy involving Nathan's return and Caesar's mysterious activities. The convergence of these various storylines creates a perfect storm of revelations that could fundamentally reshape Port Charles' power structures. Felicia's maternal concerns deepen. Felicia Scorpio's anxiety regarding James West's potential reaction to his father's impossible return highlights the psychological trauma that these supernatural events inflict upon innocent family members. Her maternal instincts recognize that a young child cannot possibly comprehend the complex circumstances surrounding his father's staged death and mysterious resurrection. creating the potential for lasting emotional damage that extends far beyond the immediate shock of reunion. The delicate balance between protecting James from harmful truth while preparing him for his father's return requires careful navigation of complex emotional terrain. Felicia's experience with loss and reunion provides her with unique insights into the healing process. But Nathan's situation presents unprecedented challenges that defy conventional wisdom about grief and recovery. The ripple effects of Nathan's return threaten to destabilize not only his immediate family, but also the broader Port Charles community that mourned his loss and celebrated his memory. Next, we will learn about the shocking conspiracy surrounding Nathan West's mysterious truck accident and the deadly web of deception that threatens to claim more victims in Port Charles. The sabotage revelation that changes everything. Explosive new evidence suggests that Nathan West's devastating truck collision was far from an accidental tragedy, instead representing a calculated assassination attempt orchestrated by shadowy enemies who desperately wanted him eliminated from their dangerous equation. The meticulously planned vehicular sabotage reveals the sophisticated level of criminal organization operating beneath Port Charles' seemingly peaceful surface, where international conspiracies and deadly vendettas intersect with devastating consequences for innocent residents. Forensic analysis of the crash site unveils disturbing inconsistencies that challenge the official accident narrative, including the suspicious absence of skid marks that would typically indicate emergency braking attempts, and the peculiar positioning of Nathan's truck that suggests external manipulation rather than driver error. The calculated precision of this attempted murder demonstrates that Nathan's enemies possess both the technical expertise and ruthless determination necessary to execute such a sophisticated elimination scheme, raising terrifying questions about how many other Port Charles residents might be targeted for similar fates. Britt's mysterious boss, a deadly game of loyalty. The intricate power dynamics surrounding Britt Westburn's enigmatic employer create a fascinating web of manipulation and protection that extends far beyond simple criminal enterprise. Careful analysis of Britt's dialogue patterns and emotional responses strongly suggests that her mysterious boss maintains genuine concern for her welfare, a rare commodity in the treacherous underworld where survival typically depends on cold calculation rather than personal attachment. This unusual display of protective instinct points directly toward Nathan West as the mastermind orchestrating these complex operations from behind an elaborate veil of secrecy. The triumvirate of Britt Westburn, Jen Sidwell, and Professor Henry Hank Dalton operates under the strict supervision of this shadowy figure, whose identity remains carefully guarded, despite mounting evidence pointing toward Nathan's involvement. The sophisticated command structure suggests years of careful planning and recruitment, with each participant selected for specific skills essential to the success of their clandestine mission. Britt's limited circle of trusted allies makes Nathan the most logical candidate for this leadership role, particularly given their shared history and his protective feelings toward his sister. The Five Poppies Resort, ground zero for global conspiracy. The explosive destruction of the Five Poppies Resort represents merely the tip of an iceberg, concealing a massive international conspiracy involving cutting-edge cold fusion technology with world-altering implications. This revolutionary scientific breakthrough possesses the potential to transform global energy markets while simultaneously creating unprecedented opportunities for those willing to weaponize such powerful technology against unsuspecting populations. The WSB's intense interest in these operations confirms that the stakes extend far beyond simple corporate espionage into the realm of national security threats. The sophisticated infrastructure required to conduct advanced cold fusion research at a remote resort facility demonstrates the enormous financial resources and technical expertise backing this clandestine operation. Hidden laboratories, specialized equipment, and carefully recruited scientific personnel create a formidable research complex that operates completely outside normal regulatory oversight, allowing for experimentation that would be impossible within legitimate academic or corporate settings. The resort's destruction serves as a desperate attempt to eliminate evidence of these illegal activities before international authorities can fully comprehend their scope and implications. Professor Dalton, the weak link in a deadly chain. Professor Henry Hank Dalton's mounting anxiety regarding his continued involvement in this dangerous conspiracy reveals the psychological pressure crushing participants who never fully understood the lethal consequences of their scientific collaboration. His disappointing progress on the cold fusion project creates additional tension within an organization that likely eliminates members who fail to meet expectations, transforming his professional inadequacy into a potential death sentence. The professor's growing desperation makes him an ideal candidate for betrayal, particularly if he believes eliminating Nathan represents his only path to freedom. Recent communications intercepted by surveillance teams suggest that Dalton received advance warning about Nathan's planned return to Port Charles, providing him with the opportunity and motivation necessary to orchestrate the truck sabotage. His confirmation of accepting something during a mysterious phone call creates additional suspicion about his potential involvement in the assassination attempt, particularly given the precise timing that coincides with Nathan's travel schedule. The professor's scientific background provides him with the technical knowledge required to disable vehicle safety systems without leaving obvious traces of tampering. The assassination attempt, technical analysis of a perfect crime. The mechanical sabotage of Nathan's truck reveals a level of automotive expertise that suggests either professional assassin involvement or collaboration with individuals possessing advanced mechanical knowledge. Preliminary investigation indicates that multiple vehicle systems may have been compromised simultaneously, creating a cascade failure designed to appear accidental while ensuring maximum lethality for the intended victim. The precision required to execute such sophisticated sabotage without detection demonstrates that Nathan's enemies possess resources and capabilities that extend far beyond typical criminal organizations. The strategic selection of a remote location for this assassination attempt reveals careful planning, designed to minimize witness testimony and complicate subsequent investigation efforts. The absence of other vehicles or pedestrians in the immediate vicinity creates the perfect conditions for eliminating evidence and controlling the narrative surrounding Nathan's apparent accident. However, the perpetrators failed to account for Nathan's survival instincts and physical resilience, allowing him to escape what should have been a fatal encounter with their deadly machinations. Escalating danger at General Hospital. Nathan's survival of the initial assassination attempt creates an urgent new threat scenario, as his enemies realize their first elimination effort has failed spectacularly. His current status as a patient within General Hospital's medical facilities provides both protection through increased security and vulnerability through predictable location and routine medical procedures that could be exploited by determined assassins. The hospital's complex layout and numerous access points create multiple opportunities for infiltration by hostile operatives seeking to complete their deadly mission. Medical staff and security personnel must now contend with the possibility that Nathan's enemies will attempt to finish what they started through poisoning, medical equipment sabotage, or direct assault within hospital premises. The challenge of maintaining patient confidentiality while implementing necessary security measures creates additional complications that could inadvertently aid potential assassins seeking to exploit institutional procedures and protocols. Nathan's continued presence at General Hospital transforms the medical facility into a potential battleground where innocent patients and staff could become collateral damage in this escalating war. The cold fusion stakes. Why Nathan must die. The revolutionary implications of successful cold fusion technology create enormous incentives for multiple international organizations and government agencies to eliminate anyone capable of controlling or replicating these scientific breakthroughs. Nathan's position as the apparent leader of this research operation makes him an incredibly valuable target for kidnapping, interrogation, and ultimately elimination by groups seeking to monopolize this world-changing technology. The potential applications extend far beyond clean energy into military weaponry and industrial applications that could reshape global power structures. Corporate espionage networks, foreign intelligence services, and criminal organizations all possess compelling reasons to prevent Nathan from continuing his oversight of the cold fusion project. The destruction of the Five Poppies resort represents an opening salvo in what promises to be a prolonged campaign of violence and sabotage designed to eliminate key personnel and destroy crucial research data. Nathan's survival threatens to unravel years of careful planning by multiple hostile organizations who cannot afford to allow this technology to remain under his control. The hunt continues. Port Charles under siege. The escalating violence surrounding Nathan's return creates a dangerous atmosphere that threatens to engulf innocent Port Charles residents in a web of international conspiracy and deadly vendettas. His enemies' willingness to attempt vehicular homicide demonstrates their commitment to eliminating him regardless of potential collateral damage to the broader community, suggesting that additional assassination attempts are not only possible but inevitable. The sophisticated nature of these threats requires unprecedented cooperation between local law enforcement and federal agencies to prevent further casualties. The convergence of multiple criminal organizations, scientific conspiracies, and personal vendettas creates a perfect storm of violence that could transform Port Charles into a battlefield where survival depends on choosing the correct allies and avoiding deadly crossfire. Nathan's continued presence in the community serves as a magnet for international attention from groups whose ruthless pursuit of cold fusion technology threatens to destroy anyone who stands in their way. This dangerous game of survival has only just begun, and Nathan West's fate will determine whether Port Charles emerges from this crisis intact or becomes another casualty in the global war for technological supremacy.